Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, happy Friday! Soon, hopefully, you're gonna have one day or a couple of days off. As I'm going through high performance flow coaching, coaching for coaches, I'm learning a lot about recovery and rest and how having days when we are completely off, learning to allow yourself to have those days is so crucial if we are interested in the best life experience, in the best or in the best work, in fulfilling and meaningful life, and feeling like we got this, like we have the energy and the capacity to work through life's challenges. If we want to be our best, to do our best, to enjoy our life, we gotta have those days off. And I'm the kind of person who not always at all thought that days off and recovery, that it's all important. And so now for me is the time to master this. And guys, I notice the more I work on this, the more I schedule in and stick with my days off, my daily naps when I get to take 20-minute nap to restart, to recharge, when I'm super consistent with my motivation, with my fun and active recovery rituals like some pool time or some tai chi or yoga time. The more consistent I'm with that, I notice the more I have to give to my work, to my life, and all the other experiences and challenges that require to give energy, right? So the more of this off recovery time I have, the better I get at being on and again doing the work or working through life challenges in any area of our life. It's important, guys. It's truly important to have fun times when you're doing things just for the heck of them. And preferably you gotta have them daily. And it doesn't mean that you have like even an hour of some fun activity. No, 10-15 minutes when you're just having fun, it's all it takes. 30 minutes for some active recovery protocol. Like maybe sometimes it's some pool time, sometimes it's jacuzzi, sometimes hot bath, sometimes whatever that might be for you, listening to your favorite piece of music, just dancing and goofing around. All of that, it's active recovery. And TV, for example, for that purpose, or having a drink with TV and with some junk food, not at all optimal for that. It actually doesn't allow you to be fully off. And then also it adds some toxic substances into your body that then your body has to work through, and it's more stress than relaxation on all levels. It's not recovering, not about rest. So anyhow, guys, what I'm trying to say here, days off are important. And being fully off, meaning not doing social media, not browsing through your work emails, like that is not actually off. And that is what they call in high performance coaching a gray zone, where you're not really on, you're not really off. So you're not really recovering, but then you have to get back to be fully on at work or other life situations, and you're not fully recovered. So it's all just down the hill. So you're getting worse and worse at being on and doing your work, or going through life challenges, or just investing a lot of energy into your life, right? So we need to be fully on and fully off, not in that gray zone. That's how chronic stress happens. Besides weekends and days off, today is finalizing for now our episodes about habit formation and how to make good changes stick according to science, not willpower our way through it, because this doesn't work. It doesn't work for anyone, guys. And so many of us are still trying to do that. Like we have this mindset, oh, I'm just going to tell myself from now on to eat healthy, to exercise and sleep on time. And probably the same day we discovered that it's not working. Like, we can't tell ourselves to change on the same day or even the next day. It's a little bit different. And so this is the process of how we actually change what we do. And that changes how we are, who we are, and what we experience and what we achieve in our life. So habits, according to science, how to make good changes, desirable changes stick, how to form a good, desirable habits. So number one, guys, we gotta manufacture triggers. In simple words, it means we gotta organize our environment, and that includes timing, that includes places, that includes people, that includes your other habits. So we gotta organize all of that to support our habits, to remind us of our habits, to trigger us to start doing this habit that we want to start. Like, for example, let's take the simplest one, exercise. Simplest meaning it's easier to relate to that for most of us, and use it as an example. So exercise. Let's say you want to start yoga practice, right? That you're not that great with active recovery, and yoga is one of the active recovery protocols. So you believe that it can really enhance your training, and it will lower your stress levels. It will increase mindfulness in your life that will help you to be better at all the other habits. So yoga, right? You decided to do yoga, and you've been kind of failing to do that. There is not enough time. There are other commitments. You don't really maybe believe it's going to work for you. So you are failing to do yoga, but you are honestly actually want to try it on a consistent basis and see what it does for you, because you heard so much good about it. So how do we manufacture triggers? How do we manufacture or design our environment to help us? Well, first of all, choose date, choose time, choose the day, choose the time when you're going to do your yoga practice. Put it in your calendar and treat it like all your other commitments or all your other meetings. It's there, and this time cannot be changed. Second thing, figure out where exactly it's going to happen. Like, are you taking a class? Are you going to do it in your living room or in your bedroom using some app? I love Les Mills on Demand's workout. You can use whatever you'd like to choose. Are you doing an online class if you're doing an online class that you need to pay for, then pay for it right now. Prepay for, let's say, 4 classes. So you give it an honest try. And so now you have location, now you have time. Now set up a reminder on your phone, an alarm with the date, with the time that allows you to have some time to prepare, maybe like 30 minutes before your actual yoga session. Set up the reminder, right? What else can we do? You can figure out what you're going to wear and put it near the place where you're going to do yoga, or in your bag, maybe a gym bag. So you don't have to make decisions about that. Figure out what you wear. So now we have clothing. Now we have reminder. Now we have scheduled, let's say, online class. Now we paid for it. We put it in our calendar. So now we can also tell someone in our home, maybe a friend of ours, that, okay, I decided to try out yoga. Can you please remind me this week on that date at that time? Can you please set a reminder for yourself and remind me that I'm doing yoga? Or maybe your friend gonna do it with you. So using other people, that's another trigger. Or maybe you just tell your friend, please keep me accountable, and if I don't do this, I'm gonna have to pay you, like, I don't know, $10, or that might be. So you also make it painful for you, or maybe even, make it automatic, this deduction of funds, if you don't follow through with your yoga commitment. So triggers. Design your environment in as many ways as possible to make this new behavior as automatic, as decision-less as possible. Put in your environment, again, time, place, other people, clothing, reminders of any sorts, put as many as possible. And that's how you manufacture your environment to start habit formation without you having to make decisions. Like really commit to it right now. It's not a maybe, it's a yes. And now you just have to make sure that they're reminders so you don't forget, right? So it's not a maybe, it's a yes. You commit to it, first of all, in your mind. So there is no negotiation anymore. Okay, so manufacturing triggers. Hopefully you get the idea. Now, number 2, make it frictionless. Now we manufactured a lot of reminders in our environment to make it easy, to make it not so much easy, but to make it decisionless and to have everything figured out before the actual event, our yoga session in this case, right? So now make it frictionless. Think about things that can be in your way. Maybe other commitments that usually take this time from yoga away. So remove those frictions. Talk maybe to people who usually end up occupying that time. Tell everyone who might be involved at this time is for your yoga. Maybe if you're doing it in your house, maybe there is someone else might be in that living room or in your bedroom. So talk to them. I tell them at this time I'm going to be doing yoga. So please make sure that that I have the time and the space to do so. Remove that friction. Again, figure out the clothing, because that can be another friction when, for example, it's Saturday and you get a reminder that in 30 minutes you're gonna start your yoga session and now you have no clothing or it's all dirty and you need to wash it. Like remove that. Think about all those, friction things, and make other things that might interfere with your yoga session, make those other things disappear. So again, we are making this new habit routine as easy as decisionless as possible. And this, manufacturing environment and removing frictions, they're kind of the same. You're just putting yourself in the best possible position to make this new behavior easy so you don't forget, so you have everything you need to start, so you're not negotiating with yourself, you're not making decisions. Other people are there to help you, not to take away the time that you decided to dedicate to your yoga session. Manufacture everything to help you, and most importantly, make decision in your head that it is a yes and you committed to it. It's non-negotiable. Number 3, yesterday we talked about rewards, the right kind of rewards, and you need to wire this habit just like any other habit. You need to figure out how to make you feel good while doing this habit and right after this habit. So that might be like high-fiving yourself, saying, "High five, Angela. Great job. You just did your yoga that you haven't been able to do for ages. So cool. I'm a yogi now." Just say thank you for this yoga practice. Let's imagine that we just finished our yoga session and you're like, "Oh, I feel so good. So much more in touch with my body. I feel so much better in my body, so much more calm and peaceful." And just say thank you that I have the space and time and all the tools to do this yoga session, that I finally was able to do this yoga. Just feel really good about this commitment, about the thing that you just did. Spend a couple of minutes on this blissful feeling that you are growing inside yourself. And that is a kind of reward. So reward, important. If you want to hear more about the right kind of rewards, learn how to make them happen and what kind of rewards are not good rewards to do, like massage after 4 yoga sessions. That is not good reward. And if you want to learn more about it, please listen to our episode that we did yesterday on rewards. But yeah, number 3, after manufacturing the triggers and removing frictions, it's rewards. You gotta learn how to feel good immediately after and while doing this habit. And last but not least, repetition, guys. Still, nobody can solve that. That's why it's important to make it as habitual as possible and repeat it as many times as possible. And how you know when you repeated it enough times so it's a habit and you more or less got it and don't have to think about it that much? When it feels like your second nature and you truly, like, just ask yourself, do I have to still make decisions about this habit, or is it now my second nature? And I just do that. I don't have any decisions in my head. I don't have any negotiations in my head. I just do it. And it's always on my schedule, and it feels like part of my lifestyle, part of my life right now. It feels like no additional work at all. And that's when you know that this habit, you probably got it, and you're going to do it for a while, unless something drastic happens that changes your whole routine and everything. But the chances are you'll still figure out how to make it happen. That would happened for me so many times. I've been exercising every day for so many days in a row for so many years that no matter where I am in the world, I do it. This is the thing that I do. And also because I like to have my workout right before my breakfast. That usually happens actually around noon. And so thinking about breakfast makes me think about my workout. I'm like, so what am I doing today? And sometimes I have my week fully planned with workouts. Sometimes I don't, but I still exercise. I still have options, either do my yoga or do less meals on demand workout, whatever I feel like doing. And I also have a minimum, so 30 minutes of exercise every day. That's my minimum. And so whatever I feel like doing, I'm going to do it for 30 minutes, no matter what, unless I feel sick or something drastic happens. But yeah, because I've been doing for so long, and also because I linked it to my breakfast that I always have, I'm sticking with my habit no matter what, no matter whether I'm in the smallest room possible, or there are other people, or the weather is bad, or anything can happen, but I'm still sticking with it because I have the time that is linked with this habit before breakfast. And I have a whole range of options that I can do for my workouts. Again, from online workouts to bodyweight workouts to yoga with my laptop that I can take to a park. There are so many options. For 30 minutes, I have unlimited amount of options. That's why I never fail to do it. And so that's what you want to have for every habit that is worth having from your perspective, right? So let's repeat. In order for you to manufacture, to grow good habits according to science, you need to do those 4 things. First of all, create as many reminders, triggers, positive encouragements in your environment as possible. Seriously, like organize your clothing, your room, put up some yoga posters. We're talking about yoga as an example today. So manufacture your environment, maybe make some friends who do yoga, join some Facebook groups, like manufacture your environment as much as possible to support your habits, to remind you of your habits. Number 2, remove anything that can interfere, that can get into the way of you doing this thing, be that other people, other commitments, or anything else. Just do your best to remove all of that so there is no friction. So it's always easy for you to do. That's the key word, easy. Number 3, we want to feel good while doing this. And immediately after, to make sure that we release dopamine that makes wiring and acquiring our new habits so much easier. So we want to feel good. We want to learn how to feel good, either high-fiving ourselves or feeling gratitude for what we just did, feeling proud of ourselves, We gotta feel good right away. And then number 4, repeat. They say on average it's gonna take about 66 days to form a habit, or 66 repetitions, I guess, if it's a weekly thing that you're gonna do. Dopamine and feeling good and the right kind of rewards that you can learn more about if you listen to our episode yesterday's episode, that will shorten rewards will shorten the amount of time you need to make habits automatic, but still repetitions is the key. Preferably same location, especially at the beginning, same location, same time, same clothing, as many same things as possible to make it a routine thing that you regularly do. And that's about it about habits for right now, guys. So this is the latest science about how we form habits, when we fail to form habits, when it's hard for us to break our old and negative habits that we don't want to have any longer. It's all about those things. It's about environment, whether that supports us, triggers us, or getting in the way. Like in the case of bad habits, you want to make sure that there are as many things as possible getting in the way of you not doing this thing, and as many things as possible for new behavior or for the avoidance of these habits, right? So it's again all about environment, and it's also about rewarding the new behaviors that you're replacing that bad habits with. So rewarding, feeling good about that replacement, right? And then repeating. It's all about that, but it has nothing to do with willpower or motivation. Actually, people who are trying to use willpower and motivation fail most of the time. Or it's basically not about who you are and how motivated or how strong you are when it comes to willpower. It's about the actual strategy of making things habitual or breaking bad habits. So it's very empowering, actually. It's about the tools and strategy. It's not about you guys. So you actually have no excuse to build good habits and break bad ones. You just need to use the strategy that actually works. If you have any questions about habit formation, if you have a specific example and you don't know how to go about it, please reach out and we together develop bulletproof strategy for you to finally succeed with building this new habit or breaking that bad habit, right? So reach out, share this episode with another person, at least one person who is struggling at the moment with building new habits or breaking bad ones. So share this episode and help them with what you just learned. And guys, don't forget to have some time off, maybe schedule that yoga session. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.